got the mic in hand. David's laughing like a one-man band, talking disco, bell-bottom flares, and a little bit of scripture to say your prayers. It's the past, it's the present, it's the holy air. Sit back and join us, Bible Bibs and a prayer. Bible Bibs and a prayer, we're keeping it real. From the red, white, and blue to the spinning wheel. It's stories and devotion, good vibes to share. Come on and listen to Bible Bibs and a prayer.
Hey, what do you say? Guess what? Yes, you guessed right. It's time for Bible Bibs and a prayer. So good morning, family. Good morning, friends. And good morning to the whole wide world. Welcome to your daily start and your local funny farm. Whoever and wherever you are joining us from this morning, we are so glad that you are here with us. Friends, you are blessed with David and myself, the dynamic duo, along with a very special guest this morning. And I do mean special, to hopefully bring some joy and truth into your life, plus a whole lot of Jesus. Just enough madness and odd humor, definitely there, to keep things interesting. We've got it all right here on Bible Bibs and a Prayer, just waiting for you. Whether you're sipping your first cup of coffee, you know, that rocket fuel you need to get going, you're rushing out the door like a madman with your pants on fire, or unfortunately sitting in traffic, just trying to wake up enough to remember what day it is and where you have to go. David and myself are thankful you are spending part of your morning with us. So how about we settle in, wake up, laugh a little, and let the dynamic trio, oh yeah. And by the way, check out the bibs. Exactly. Sorry, David did not get the memo on that one.
Yeah, I missed out. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you own an actual pair of bibs?
I do not. No,
okay.
So.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day we can get you. That could be our official wear for Bible Bibs and a Prayer. One day. All right. Yes. But again, the dynamic trio is here to help make this morning count just for you, our friends. Hey, folks, I was going to try an all almond diet, but that's just nuts. Let you and I start things off right this morning. Let us thank God for another day that we are blessed to be alive. Thank you, Lord. And now let's turn this from a conversation into an experience. Before we start rolling along and singing a song, hey, side by side, how about I bring in the best part of the show, my co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for a man among men. He's got a face only a mother could love, and even she needs a good lighting at times. His mirror sends him sympathy cards. Yes, he's not the best color commentator man in the league for nothing, folks. Let's hear it up for Mr. David Keener. Plus, he's one of my best friends in the whole wide world. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. How we doing?
Outstanding. We got our horses saddled up, ready to hit the trail as soon as we're done here.
All right, let's get her done.
Yes. How are things in Keenerville this morning?
They are good. We got a little bit of rain, which was good. We needed just a little bit. I didn't have to do jury duty either at all.
No jury duty for me.
Let's
hear it for the boy.
I was pretty happy about that. So all in all, everything's going well. Summer's in full swing. The kids have been to the pool already. So yeah, we're doing that.
It's amazing how we never had that opportunity. Hey, where are you going? We're going to the pool.
Yeah.
Where it was, you go playing in the creek or a mud puddle. Going to the pool was a big thing.
Yeah.
So, yes. But anything else going on today?
No. But being it's baseball season. Have you heard the joke about the pop fly?
No, I haven't.
Never mind. It's over your head.
Bam. Yes, it is. Well, you already hit us with the good dad joke. Yes, but another sunrise means another chance to shine, another opportunity to smile, another opportunity to encourage somebody. So lift your heads up, take a deep breath, grab that rocket fuel, as I said just a moment ago, if you need it, and let's get ready to make this day count together. Here on Bible Bibs and a Prayer, we know from our own personal experiences, hey, life gets crazy and life can become chaotic. So allow us to remind you that you never have to face life alone because we have Jesus, and that is all we need. Plus, in addition, you have here David, myself, the whole barnyard, yes, along with Miss Buffy this morning, just for you. Now, I know some of you might be thinking that is an odd combination, friends, and especially, how did this poor lady get on the show with these two lunatics? Well, I think she's part of the crew, actually. Yes. So come on and join Mr. David, myself, and Miss Buffy as we boldly say, thank you, Lord, for another day. Rejoice that you are alive. And when you look in that mirror today, remember, you're beautiful, you matter in this world, and your life has purpose. And most of all, oh my goodness, you are loved. Now, a woman woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and saw she had only 1, 2, 3 hairs on her head. Well, she said, I think I'll braid my hair today. So she did, and she had a wonderful day. Now, the next morning, she looked in the mirror, and she only saw 2 hairs on her head. She said, I'll part my hair down the middle today. So she did, and she had a grand day. Now, the next day, she saw that she only had 1 hair on her head. Okay, she said, today I'm going to wear my hair in a ponytail. So she did, and she had a fun day. The next day, she woke up, looked in the mirror, kind of looked like Brother Jim, and saw that there wasn't a single hair on her head. Wow, she exclaimed, I don't have to fix my hair today. Attitude is everything. Never forget that. Now, our thought of the day, and this goes right along with Miss Buffy, the purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived, and you have lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And now setting up some light humor for our special guest, because I know how she loves her horses, and by the way she's dressed, she is a cowgirl at heart. So I asked the cowgirl if she ever gets tired. She said, only when I fall off my high horse. Cowgirls don't get lost, they just take the scenic trail. And finally, some people wear crowns, cowgirls wear hats and call it good. And now for the second time on the show, we have a VIP special guest joining us this morning straight from T County herself, including the organization she represents. And as I said, she's just a down-earth country girl, cowgirl. Please welcome Miss Leslie Buffy Booth, Executive Director of T4C, which stands for, and I can never remember this, Tuscarawas County Council for Church and Community. Welcome, Miss Buffy.
Thank you.
And how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
All right. Welcome to the madness, the funny farm, as we like to call it. I'm sure you'll walk out of here shaking your head and saying, what did I just do and what was I a part of? So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role in the organization?
I am the Executive Director of T4C. I've been the director for 3 years now. I grew up in Tuscarawas County, and as Pastor Jim said, I'm a country person at heart. My husband and I both, we have a 4-H group for over 20 years now, so we're active in the community and in the country. So,
yes, and it was by God's blessing, I believe. She is also a part of the Twin City Ministerial Association, which I'm a part of. And we have a monthly meeting, and we just met down there, and one thing led to another. I think her crazy matched up with my crazy. Humor matched my humor, which is a scary thing. And bada bing, bada boo, here we are. Buddies. And ironic thing, her husband's name is Harold, which my legal name is Harold too. Now, here's the funny thing. When him and I started talking, I found out his dad, whose name was Harold, was a milkman for Goshen Dairy. And lo and behold, as a boy, I remember the milkman. Do you guys remember the milkman coming around? He was our milkman. And his name, Harold, her husband's name, Harold, I'm Harold. So the running joke with my mom was, what's going on with the milkman? So ironic. And her husband and I, we look a lot alike. So just kidding, though. Yes. So again, you said you've been at T4C for 3 years?
yes.
And how long has the organization T4C actually been serving our community?
It began in 1966 by a group of local ministers.
Local ministers. And I like that
denominations.
because it mentions faith.
Yes.
Yes. And that's a good thing in our day and age because let's be honest, there are so many scam artists, spams out there. You want to be helpful, you want to be giving, but in our world today, unfortunately, people take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
So everybody has their guards up, true.
Yes.
Yes. So this is the real deal, my friends. It is legit because I've been working with them and I see the fantastic, awesome work that they do in our community. Now, what are some of the biggest, what's your mission of your organization
Our mission
first?
is to devise and facilitate programs to effectively serve the needs of the people in Tuscarawas County in cooperation with businesses, education, government, health, religious, and social service agencies.
Okay. So what are some of the biggest needs that you've encountered as the director facing our people in our area today?
A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, as well as we know, things are getting tighter, more expensive, but they're only basically one catastrophic away from losing their homes, losing,
Right.
their vehicles, their jobs.
Yes. A lot of paycheck to paycheck people out there, and one bad month could really,
Yes.
I think for a lot of us, working class people, blue collar, middle class, that
Yeah, it doesn't discriminate. It's everybody.
yes. Well, that's a good thing that we have here. But again, and this is, Buffy and I have shared part of our frustration. As churches, as pastors, we need to come together to let all the churches, the pastors, the administrators know where the help is. Because I myself have faced that. You get somebody calling in or stopping by and we don't know where to send them.
Right.
And, and again, in our area, I've heard and I've seen contributions. If you can't pay your bills, you're not going to give. And that's the hard thing. And I believe in one of our meetings, you said our contributions are kind of on the downside. And again, this show isn't to get you to contribute, but to make you aware, it's tough out there for everybody. Everybody's feeling the pinch. What are some of the biggest needs facing the people, you think?
A lot of the people right now, of course, we know the gas prices are high. One of the big needs that we serve in Tuscarawas County is laundry days. We've seen a major increase in the amount of laundry services that we provide, where they can come into the office and get a laundry bag that has laundry soap, a roll of quarters, and fabric sheets in it once a month. That has increased significantly in the last 3 months. There again, gas vouchers. We give gas cards. It's one every 6 months, and after the second one, you have to wait a year. But that's to help you get to work or to a doctor's appointment. We've had them say, well, I have multiple doctor's appointments. We can also try to find other places, too, to help them look to where they can look for that. A lot of ours, though, we have, because of the grants that we do get, we have to have confirmation. Like, we have to have a pay stub. You have to be a Tuscarawas County resident for 6 months or longer. You have to have a card. The question was, can we have it on our phone? In the past, we have, but unfortunately, like you said, there's scammers. So now everything has to be printed and brought in with you when you come.
Okay. So you are asking for accountability and proof.
Correct.
The help is there, but they have to be accountable to provide the information that you need.
Yes.
And I have seen that's very crucial. People need to pay attention to what you're asking for. You're not making it complicated. It's just, here's our standards that we are being held to, that we ask that we are holding you to as the individuals who need help.
Because we have to turn a lot of that information in when we write our grants. We have to have that accountability that we're not just giving these cards out. There is no discrimination. It doesn't matter. But we have to follow the grant guidelines because in order to keep getting, we all know grants are getting slimmer.
Right. And, she hit a very good thing. And I was over the other day. I stopped in to see how things are going at their office. And she's got 2 amazing assistants, by the way.
They're wonderful.
Yes. And you want to give a shout out to them?
Jennifer Horner, and Carol Vickers. They have just really helped turn things around. And like I said, this is our transgression year here, our changing year. So we're making more things accountable and trying to get more funding. And they've stepped in and really helped with that. So it gives me more time to look for other ways to help.
Yeah, I would sum it up. They got a little bit of a funny farm over there too at
We do.
T4C.
We do.
But folks, as she had said about the laundry days, how many of us are so blessed that we don't even think about that we need to wash our jeans, our shirts, or whatever, socks, underwear. We just throw it in our washer, then throw it in a dryer, and we go about our merry way. A lot of people don't have that situation, and I've had to do it before when you have to load everything up, go to the laundromat, try to find one that looks decent, and battle people for spaces.
Exactly.
Yes.
Especially if you have kids and try to lug the kids with you
yes.
as well.
And I know Buffy and the crew, they were setting up at local laundromats, but they have found it so much easier, convenient for people to come in, like you said, and just pick up the necessities they need. And they can do that once a month, correct?
Yep. They just come in and sign up originally, bring your ID. We give you your stuff, and the only stipulation is you can continue to come every 30 days, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 2. You have to bring back the bag and the bottle of the laundry soap. It's empty. We refill it. That's the only stipulation.
Pretty easy, folks. Pretty easy. Now, what are some common misconceptions people have? And I love this question. Common misconceptions people have about those who need assistance.
A lot of them, they think a lot of people are just out there wanting handouts, which I'm sure there are some.
Yes.
People think we just ask for money just to give it out, and that's not it. Our money is accountable. I mean, we go through the audit each month. We go through, our accountants check everything. We make sure that the money is going for the needs. A lot of people are like, well, you guys are wanting money, or other organizations wanting money just to hand it out. That is not true. There are guidelines, and we do stick by the guidelines. A lot of people say, well, they're getting multiple places helping with the same thing. That's what we're all trying to work together to make it so that there is funding and that more people can get help.
Okay. And I think it's very easy to say we're all guilty of judging sometimes.
Absolutely.
And that, as a Christian, as a follower of Christ, we are not supposed to, but it is hard because we're of the flesh. But again, we don't know their story.
Right.
And you made a very good point. Most of us, that could be us if, God forbid, something would happen. So again, we need to be careful before we judge. And again, yes, like in everything, there's good people and bad people.
Right.
People that are going to take advantage. But let me remind you, it's not our job to judge. God is the only one that's going to judge that. So again, just a reminder, don't judge the book by its cover, because we don't know their story. We don't. Now, what challenges do families in our community face that people may not realize?
A lot of the families, they're challenged by, like utility bills, rent assistance, food, transportation. That's the big challenges that we see for the families in our community.
Are there other organizations you work with that help also provide assistance?
Yes, we work with most of the nonprofits in Tuscarawas County. There's so much in Tuscarawas County to offer. There's even little books that if anybody's interested can stop into the office, and it has the breakdown of with housing. We work a lot with Salvation Army. We work with a lot of the caseworkers in the community. JFS is another big one that we work with. United Way. So we work with a lot of nonprofits and businesses to try to help these people, and also by helping the community. A lot of times it helps these businesses to get their employees to work, and that way the businesses can continue to work and grow.
You hit again, that's one of the big things you hear, well, we can't get employees, nobody wants to work. But also we need to look and think for a moment before we judge. It's so hard to go to a job if you don't have a place to live, you don't have a place to keep your clothes clean, to have transportation, correct?
Right.
I mean, there's got to be a starting point to help boost these people, to get them the necessary things they need so they can get to work. And again, you hit it on the head. The cost of living is so high today. What we take advantage of, we can just hop in our car and go.
Right.
But if you don't have a car, you don't have the gas, you can't pay for the insurance. What do you do? So there, again, my friends listening, there are programs in Tuscarawas County. Now, Buffy, here's a big one for you, and this isn't on our list. Is it true we have a lot of people coming from up north, Stark County, Summit County? Are you aware of that coming into our areas?
I do know that some will come, I believe, to some of the food pantries. We've had them come to our business or our nonprofit, but we are unable to help because ours has to strictly be Tuscarawas County residents.
And you said 6 months, correct? You
They have to be at least a resident
Okay.
for 6 months minimum for to get any assistance through T4C.
Right. And again, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, we want T4C, all the organizations want to help people. But again, you got a lot of, when, like say people from outside our area here that we're giving out.
Right.
Then it automatically consumes more of the aid, which leaves less to provide for local residents.
Right. And I believe most of the nonprofits in our area too, as well, has to be, now some of them do serve other counties, some of the other, but ours is strictly everything that's brought in, even with Share Christmas, stays in Tuscarawas County.
That's a good thing there. Yes.
And that's a big question we get asked all the time.
Yeah. Now, you've mentioned quite a few things you do there, the specific services that you provide. There's a big one I got to help with last year. Would you like to talk about that one?
Our Share Christmas. So our Share Christmas hit 50 years last year. Everybody thinks it's just for children. Well, Share Christmas, anybody can apply for it. You fill out an application, which you'll call in July this year to the office, make your appointment, and then we're going to do applications in person again in September. We will be giving away a gift card to Kohl's, and this card is to be used strictly for clothing, undergarments, things like that you need. People say, well, what if they use it for other stuff? I'm not the police.
Right.
So if they do, that's between them and God. And that's like I've said over the last 3 years, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Exactly.
So we will be doing toys again for ages 1 to 10. And when you fill out your application, you'll need to bring all the income, proof of all your income, your ID. We do not need any kind of bills, just proof of all income and your ID. If you get paid cash, you need a letter from your employer stating how much you make, how many hours you work.
Okay, so it's very specific. And last year I got to volunteer a little bit and help, and there is a lot of frustration there when people don't bring what they're required. And I will say this, T4C does an excellent job of sending stuff out. And correct me if I'm wrong, but through the schools, you send it home so the parents have a very large time to prepare.
Yes, we actually sent reminders, save the dates to all the schools in Tuscarawas County last month before school was out.
Okay. All right. So that's a big one. And then also, which I love this, our residents in our nursing homes.
Yes. So at Christmas time, we started 3 years ago. Every resident in the 12 nursing homes in Tuscarawas County received a blanket. Last year was a pillow. This year we have volunteers helping us to make walker bags for every resident. And the walker bags isn't just for a walker. It'll fit over the arm of their chair. It'll fit over the edge of their bed or the rail of their bed. We received a nice donation from Tusky VFW to help purchase the cost of those bags. So if anybody likes to sew, come see us. I can tell you we're halfway through them, and there'll be 1,155 of them will be making this year. Yes.
And the great thing is it's made with love because each one is sewn together, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. And last year it was blankets?
Pillows last year.
Pillows, okay.
And then they'll also get a book, and we got a donation too from the Tuscarawas County pork producers to help with some of the books as well.
Yes. And that's another good thing here because Roxford Church, there for 2 years, we were going into the nursing homes at Christmas handing out little bags. And with success, but it's nice when we can join forces together for a larger impact instead of just one nursing home that we were doing. And we've got our little elves here working, helping out people, donating their time. And that just makes we can reach more people.
Exactly.
And spread more love, and especially the love of Jesus through this. Because let's be honest, I'm just being honest, when you go in a nursing home, you see so many people that are just neglected.
Right.
Nobody comes to see them. Nobody shows they don't know that they're loved. They don't know they're cared about. And at least this opportunity, people, especially Christmas time,
Exactly. It's sad to see.
It is. But if we can bring a little bit of joy
right.
and a little bit of love, what better way to minister to people than this? Now, I'm going to jump in on this one. We talked about it. Can you share a success story that highlights the impact of your work? And I told Buffy, I said, I got to go down last year, and a lot of parents bring their children. And there's a lot of people from Guatemala, outside of our country's borders. And here's the cool thing that I got to witness. And not all, but there seems to be like a fear or a wall of people standing in line. You know, perhaps pride would be the biggest thing. And me being me, you know, I love to talk, which you all know, and joke around. You know, finding a way to communicate with them and joke with them and just show them, hey, it's all good. That was such a blessing to help tear down those walls that we're not all critical, judgmental. And again, children are children. I don't care where they come from. You know, and let's all go back to the time when we were kids, what Christmas meant. Now, yes, we know what Christmas stands for, but again, as a child, and I remember one year and I was a little bit older, but we had a very rough year. And I understood, but still, it's tough when there's really nothing under the tree.
Exactly.
So here's a way T4C helps just with the kids alone, but also the parents, that they're able to provide something for their children. So, yeah, again, and you can always come down and volunteer, right?
Absolutely. We're always looking for volunteers, monetary donations. And it's not just with sewing. We'll be packing up. We do the 200 senior bags as well. We try to reach out to 200 different seniors, and we put boxes together for them of cleaning supplies and things like that. It's just a way to give back.
Exactly. What are some of the biggest challenges your organization faces other than funding? That's probably the biggest one, I would say.
Our funding is the biggest. We are so blessed with the volunteers that we have and the support. T4C, ours is definitely the funding because, like I said, we used to be able to get grants, and some of the grants are not there anymore. It's also trying to find other areas. So it does take time and effort, you know, and like you say, so many people are afraid they're being judged. We are not judgmental. We're open to everybody. We don't care what your past is. We don't care anything about that. We are there to help. And if we cannot help you, we will work with other organizations to find you that help.
Okay.
So if there's any kind of need they need, whether it's I'm moving into an apartment, or I got evicted, I don't have a bed, or call us, because if we can't find help with it, we reach out to other people to try to get the help as well.
All right. Well, that says a lot right there. You're willing to work with other organizations for the benefit of the good.
Yes.
Now, how do you measure success?
Where's my paper?
I do this to David once in a while.
All the time.
All the time.
Okay. So we measure success by the impact we're making on people's lives. It's not by what we're giving them. It's how we're helping them, whether it's a financial donation of paying a bill, or whether it's to help them get back on their feet. Because the newer thing that we're trying is to, instead of saying, I'm behind on my utility bill, how can you pay it? They're going to have to start coming in and filling out an application. If they don't have a job, we're willing to help them try to find jobs. I've talked to different businesses in the area that they're looking for employees to get them back on their feet, because when they get back on their feet, they feel better.
Oh, absolutely. So instead of a handout, it's a hand up.
Correct.
Yes. And that's very good, because, again, you hit it on the head. When you feel like you're just not producing, not giving, it's very easy to become complacent.
Yes.
And opportunity here for them to help, your organization helps you get on your feet to where, but people got to be willing and wanting to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's one of the toughest things. Now here, how can people support your organization? I know you mentioned, donations, time. Is there anything else that you want to add to help support T4C?
Put the word out there.
Put the word out.
Okay. A lot of people, because again, a lot of people think at T4C is we're just share Christmas, and we're not. We are so many more things, and spread the word about T4C. If you need more information, want a meeting, feel free to call the office. I'll sit down with you or anybody. Get the word out there. We all need to work together.
There you go. Words of wisdom right there, working together. Now, I know you said for volunteers, they can come in. Is Christmas time usually your busiest time then that people could come in and volunteer their time?
So we actually start Share Christmas January of every year.
Okay.
So typically Share Christmas is 9 months out of the year it takes us to organize everything.
Right.
So, we start with printing everything. So we always need volunteers to help us with the printing and sorting. Once we'll need volunteers to come in on application day to take out the applications or to do the applications for us. We'll need them to do filing. When we hand out the letters, we always need volunteers to come set a couple hours and hand out their awards to them.
Okay. One thing I want to add that I witnessed last year, if anybody out there can speak, I'm going to say Guatemalan, Spanish,
yes.
different dialects, correct?
Yes.
You would be a blessing, especially when people are there signing up for Share Christmas,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. That is a real blessing. And again, in July, if anybody's available that can speak Spanish and be willing to come in to help us with the phones to set up their appointments, that would be a big thing because there is a language barrier there.
Yes.
And I am not one to speak. I try, but they just laugh at me because it's not
Yeah. Brother Jim, Buffy gave me an app to download on how to. And let's just say by the time it was over, I was finally getting used to it. Lord only knows what I was saying to people. So,
And they've been so gracious and they work with us. They'll
Right.
giggle because some of the stuff I'm not
Oh,
really sure
yeah.
what we say.
yeah, it's like me talking pig Latin,
Yeah.
It's like, so folks, if you're listening in and you have that blessing of being able to speak Spanish or a certain dialect there, boy, you would be of, oh my goodness, so much help. And or even if you're just kind of a little bit,
Right.
that don't let that limit you. Well, I can't really speak it. Just a little bit will help. So
We have just the basic questions, so that's it's pretty simple.
okay. Now for donations, I know you said funding and time. Is there anything else you'd like to add that is helpful for T4C?
Yeah, if you watch us to follow us on our Facebook page, a lot of times we'll put on there like different items that we're collecting, whether it be laundry soap for the laundry soap program, quarters, fabric sheets, even the little refillable bottles. We do the
Right.
smaller ones, pencil bags because that's what we put the laundry stuff
Okay.
into. That's a big plus there.
And you can go down to Dollar Tree and get those, right?
Yes. Yep.
So it's like we don't have to spend an arm and a leg just to
Exactly.
get.
Yes.
Yeah, whether it's Dollar Tree, Walmart, it doesn't matter. It's just the actual bag and the tools. We'll call them tools that they need. Boy, it was there and then it was gone. Speaking of detergents, is there any specific, because I know some people have skin allergies.
Right now we haven't put a limit on what we can take because anything is helpful.
Okay.
But if anybody wants to donate, like hyperallergenic, that way, if anybody does have an
Right.
allergy, those kind of thing. But I will tell you, nobody's complained of what we've had at
Okay.
all. So anything is welcome.
Okay. So anything, guys. And again, if you get a couple things
Exactly.
of non-allergy, that's what I'm going to call it. I forget what you said.
Hyperallergenic.
Yeah, that's a big word for me. Yeah. Hyperallergen.
Hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenic. There we go.
Just say no allergies.
Yeah,
It's
no
fine.
No
allergy.
allergy.
Yeah. She's trying to confuse me here. Yeah. So again, but anything will help. Even if you can only get dryer sheets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So again, even the smallest donations adds up. If everybody's just willing, and you think about it, do you really need that pizza that week? Instead of 3 times a week, maybe cut down to 2 nights a week and help donate. Again, and I don't want to call the kettle black here because I could do a better job too. But again, we can find it if we look. And most of all, if you pray about it, that's the big thing. Yes. Pray, how can I help the local churches? How can I help T4C and all the local organizations that help people? That's your starting point there. Now, how can local churches, businesses, and community groups partner with you?
So there again with the financial, like Pastor Jim and I had talked about, we want to get a group of all the ministers in Tuscarawas County here coming up soon, a meeting where we can get everybody on the same boat. That way, because I know you had the question, what is there offered out there?
Right.
That way everybody knows what's offered because our ministers take a beating. The churches are taking a beating right now. Like I said before, everybody's turning which way to go and get stuff. And everybody thinks, well, because it's a church, they're going to have all the money to give it to us. And that isn't
Right.
so.
Very true.
So we need to find ways that we all work together because, not to be mean, but you can't go place to place.
Right.
So this way, I think if we get all the ministers on board too, that would help relieve a lot of the stress on the ministers and their secretaries.
Yes, very well said. And also for the people that need to help, instead of wasting gas and time driving around, we could provide an answer. You need to go see this organization instead of driving out here, or driving here, driving there. Now here's a big one for you. How does faith influence the work that you do?
It influences everything. I mean, we're all supposed to be like Christ-like. We're supposed to give back. We're supposed to be servants and, be fishers of men. You can give a man a fish and he'll eat, but you give him a fishing pole, he has to eat for life.
There you go. There you go. And maybe, just maybe, you folks out there can be the encouragement that somebody needs to plant the seeds that, hey, and I'm just going to say it, it's nice that our government provides services to help people out, but when it becomes a way of living, that's where the problem is. We should be encouraging people, and as you said in your organization, to help people get back up on their feet, find a job, to start providing for their family and contributing back to society.
Right.
And again, whether you're working at Walmart or working for a union, driving an excavator, you're working.
That's right.
And it's a stepping process.
Yep.
Yes.
And you feel good about yourself too when you're able to provide, because that's one of the reasons we do what we do, because stress will pull you down. It affects your health. It affects your relationships, your marriage, your children. Yes,
I think stress is probably the biggest killer we have in so many ways. Now, why do you believe serving others is so important? I know you're pretty, you could probably go about anywhere and get a job, but why this?
Well, even since I was young, my grandparents, everybody, that was a big thing. You give back. You're blessed, you give back. So, like I said, Harold and I have been 4-H advisors for over 20-some years. He's on the volunteer fire department. We have a young adult group that we meet with. We just have to communicate with other believers and to bring others in to build the kingdom. But it's important to give back because, like you say, you're the only encouragement that maybe somebody has that day, or you don't know what they're going through.
Right. And that's so true. You might be the only light they see in the darkness. And if we're honest, there's a lot of darkness out there. Yes. And what I like with Harold and Buffy, too, is they're serving through the 4-H, but also through this young man's ministry. Young adults. I shouldn't say young man, young adults. And I've seen a change through some of the gentlemen that go to that from our own church. It's a place that is safe. They can come to. They can be themselves. A lot of humor. Now, whether they're learning to dance or not, that remains in question. But again, and it's all Bible-based, and I love that. It's Bible-based, and if Buffy and Harold don't know, they find the answer. And let's be honest, David, my friend, you've been quiet over there. Do you have the answers to everything?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Sometimes you got to look it up, right? Yeah. Sometimes you got to do a little research. And if we would all do that, because believe you me, I don't have all the answers. But I'm willing to dig, I'm willing to look. So again, through your organization, through your volunteering from 4-H, Harold with the fire department, I mean, you're giving back. And again, sometimes people at their lowest, you're there. So is there any Bible verses, or passages that encourage you in your own ministry?
So I do have this one jotted down. It's Matthew 25:35-40, where Jesus talks about feeding the hungry, welcoming the stranger, and caring it for those in need. This message reminds us that when we serve others with compassion, we're living out our faith in a meaningful and practical way.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sure you've seen God working through the organization.
Absolutely. I've actually had the opportunity, and in your sermons that I've sat through too a couple times, it's like, are we doing God's work? Or are we on that back burner like, oh, someone else will do it? But I've actually had the opportunity when people come in that I've got to pray with them or ask them what church.
Wow.
That might not lead anywhere, but the door was open.
Yes, you planted a seed.
Yes.
And again, it comes back to what are you willing to do, that individual?
Exactly.
As you said, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
Yep.
For you personally, what's the most rewarding part of your work?
I guess seeing the impact of, and hearing like some of the testimonies that come back, like, thank you guys, not us personally, but thank you to this organization because we wouldn't have had food on our table. I would have lost my job. So knowing that there is a difference.
Right.
Yes, you're going to have pros, you're going to have cons, but just, it takes one little smile, but a frown is so much worse,
Preach it. Preach it.
But a smile, it takes longer for one smile to go through, but, or
Right.
something positive versus negative. And if we need to keep encouraging with the positivity and just think that the faith of a mustard seed.
Yes.
That little seed you plant, it's going to grow. It's going to grow. It's going to grow.
I've said many times, what's it hurt to say, or to smile, or to say thank you, have a great day?
Excuse me.
Yeah, or excuse me, yeah.
That's my
there
pet
you go.
peeve.
There's a big one.
Oh,
Yes. Has anything surprised you since joining T4C?
a lot.
Okay. I believe you could probably write a book on what you've seen, witnessed, heard,
Yeah.
good and bad.
Yeah, good and bad. Like, Tuscarawas County is one of the most giving counties that I've ever,
Okay.
because I've worked with other counties on different things, but we are a very giving and compassionate county, especially at Share Christmas, as you've seen when the
Right.
toys come in and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
The senior stuff. But yeah, there's a lot that the unexpected ways or the ways that people go
Right.
to get around things. And it's just ask. Ask for help. Don't lie about it.
Right. And I imagine, too, maybe sometimes, like I've witnessed this myself, the one you think that's just going to totally bomb might be the one that surprises you and pulls their boots,
Yes.
puts their work boots on, and does a 180 in their life.
Exactly. And when you get the success stories that come back that say, I fell on hard times, but now I'm back on my
Excuse
feet
me.
because of the generosity of
Right.
someone in this community or someone that was willing to pray for me or, talk to me about things. So, yes.
And I'm sure that keeps you motivated.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
Yes.
when you hear the good sides, because just like anything else, when you keep getting
yeah.
beat down and beat down and beat down, you get to the point where, okay, is it worth it?
Right.
But it is.
Yeah. Just that one moment, that one smile, that one thank you changes you, too.
Yes.
Keeps you motivated. Keeps you motivated, my friends. Don't forget that. Think about when somebody says thank you to you or, out of their it's a genuine, heartfelt thank you, what that means to you. Now, what advice would you give someone who wants to make a difference in their community?
Volunteer.
Volunteer.
Whether it's at the Bible schools, vacation Bible schools, in our local schools, look for a nonprofit. There's many nonprofits out there right now that are looking for volunteers, whether the stuffed bags for kids for meals or Meals
Right.
on Wheels for the seniors through Cleveland Clinic. There is just so many ways to volunteer. Get a group together and either sew or collect items or, check wherever things are needed. But yes, get involved in your community.
Get involved, my friends. There, straight from the horse's mouth.
Exactly.
Yes, but yeah, get involved. What's stopping you? You know what? So many people get up in age and then they think, well, I've done everything. I'm done. I'm good. As I said Sunday morning, we pack our bags and we wait. No, that's not what God. And again, if you can find scripture that says you're allowed to retire at 65 or 70, whatever, let me know, please, because I've yet to find it. Any upcoming events or projects our listeners should know about?
So we are still working on the sewing bags. That stuff is some of the projects. Watch us on our Facebook, our website, because like I said, we will be doing some different fundraisers. We're actually looking at putting together a square dance.
Woohoo!
As a fundraiser.
Swing your partner round and round. Look out, here comes Brother Jim, and he's going to
Knock them all down.
Knock them all down. Yeah, I did
look-
that once, and it was not pretty.
We're looking at doing that, maybe a quarter auction. We did the Layers of Love, which was a benefit. That
Yes.
was a good thing. So we're looking at doing that again next year. We're looking at possibly maybe doing a gala, but instead of a gala, maybe a hoedown. Just different things, because you don't want to
yeah.
copy off of what other people do, but
Right.
to help support that.
And it's important, I think, to identify with our community, too.
Yes.
We're just a bunch of hicks from the sticks, the majority of us.
Exactly.
So if we had a black tie affair,
I wouldn't fit in.
well, bibs and a black tie, David. There we go. I get a picture
That'd be
of
nice.
that
That'd be
one.
real nice.
Yes. So, yeah, but if listeners remember only one thing from today's conversation between us, what would you want it to be?
How important it is to serve others and
Okay.
to give back. Look for the needs out there. You don't want I guess so many people strive on, well, I did this. It's not about what you did. It's
There you
about
go.
who you're helping. How are you helping?
Right.
Be silent about what you do, but do it.
Yeah.
Don't be
Don't erase your
Boaster.
rewards in heaven by, hey, David, I did this.
Exactly.
You just lost them. What's something people would be surprised, and I can't wait to hear this, to learn about you?
Okay, so much of the work I do happens behind the scene. A lot of my time is spent coordinating resources, listening to people, their stories, working through details. I act like a hard butt, but I'm actually probably one of the most compassionate person. I don't let some of the hardship that I hear go. It stirs at me. It keeps me like I have to keep going. Like I have someone call in and say, "Well, you can't help me." Well, I have to keep going because that bothers me. I'm compassionate how others feel.
I think we're a lot alike. We wear our emotions on our sleeves.
Yes.
And sometimes it might get a little feisty, but there's pure passion there. Yes. Yes, she scared the bejeebas out of me a couple times just with her sternness. Okay, yes, ma'am. No. But again, you got to be passionate, and that's the great thing. And I think people with passion, you get it all.
Yes.
You get it all. And again, we're all work in progress. Right. Now, what's your favorite local restaurant or hidden gem in the area?
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Did you know David's
frequently.
a vegan? He never goes there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You bite your tongue.
Yes, sir. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. David and I's pictures are up on the wall of fame.
Do not feed these gentlemen. They will eat us out of house and home.
Yes. When the cows hear we're coming into the restaurant, there's silence. There's no mooing going on. If you could have coffee with any person from history, who would it be?
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. And what is one word you hope people will use to describe your organization?
Compassionate.
Compassionate. And I'm going to add fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to add fun.
We are
too.
fun.
You got to have fun. You got to have fun. So before we wrap it up here, how can our listeners contact your organization? Because I could see if David could put it up on our on this broadcast today. I know you said you got a website or Facebook.
Yeah, they can follow us at Tuscarawas County Council, the Facebook.
Okay.
Also, they can contact us at 330-343-6012, Mondays through Thursdays. We answer the phone 8 to 3:30, so they can come in then. Also, I forgot to say, the 19th coming up, the 18th, 19th, the 20th is the Tusky Days Festival. T4C will have a booth set up down there. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but that'll be like a fundraiser.
And you're next to the fire department, right?
We are, and they're making homemade ice cream.
Oh,
that's the place to be right there.
Cream. There you go, my friends. Yes, a reason to saddle up the horses and go on down to Tusky, get yourself some ice cream, chance to talk to Miss Buffy herself, and maybe you'll figure it out. Hey, I'd like to help with this. Or maybe I have a certain gift calling that T4C can help lead you to. Again, we're all in this together. So, ice cream. I like that. Now, they just had
making it.
I said, Harold's a big guy, too. And I said, when you see a fat guy, no offense, Harold, behind the grill making ice cream, cooking, it's going to be good.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, my friend, anything else, Buffy, you'd like to add?
No, I just want to thank you guys for the
thank
time.
you for being here. My friends, that just about does it for this Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. Mr. David, you've been so quiet over there. Any closing thoughts or comments before we wrap this show up and send the people on their way?
No, I think T4C is a fantastic organization. I'm glad that you were able to come in today. I'm a busy guy, right? I got 3 little kids. I can't go to most of these events or things like that. But I would be willing to donate money. How would the ladies and gentlemen, how would they get money to you? Do you have a website they can go to or send you a check?
So we do PayPal. Okay. They can go on the PayPal or they can send a check. And our address is 1458 5th Street, Northwest, New Philly. Or they can even stop in the office.
Great. And you know how Brother Jim remembers where their office is at? I turn on the street that Burger King is on. So there you go. And then when I exit, I go by the Y and feel guilty because I didn't exercise. Yes. Well, hey, you got a, land location, landmarks. Right. Burger King, hang a left if you're going in towards Union Hospital, and they're right back there. So, and you got to ring a buzzer. I think they put that up because of me. It's like to keep the riffraff out.
Absolutely.
Here comes Brother Jim. So I had to install a buzzer. But yeah, just hit that little buzzer and one of the beautiful ladies will come greet you with a smile. Unless you're me. And it's like, oh, geez, they're back there hiding behind a desk. All right, our friends listening, all of our friends listening this morning, please remember this before you go. You have meaning, you have value, and most of all, you are loved. Never forget that God created you with purpose, and that this world is a better place because you are in it. May God continue to bless you, guide you, strengthen you, and walk beside you through every moment of this day. And may you and I continue to thank our Lord above for the blessings we too often take for granted each and every day. So wherever life takes you, remember, keep smiling, keep believing, keep loving, and keep trusting God. And most of all, remember this: if we meet again, well, then we will smile and rejoice together. And if not, this parting was well made. Thank you for joining David, myself, Miss Buffy, along with the Barnyard crew here on Bible Bibs and Prayer. Until next time, this is the Big Guy, Brother Jim, out.